Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Allison here sharing some more Design With Me December daily inspiration made completely with the Cricut. Today I am designing pages for days 21 and 22. If you're not interested in tuning into the design portion of today's video, you can jump ahead to the scrapbook process portion and watch from there. So earlier this week, we got rain, and in the Northern Hemisphere, specifically Canada, we don't get rain in December. It doesn't happen very often, if ever. We had been having really cold weather, and then in a 24-hour period, we went from 30 degrees Celsius below zero to +2 overnight. So that's why we got the rain. But it baffled me, and I figured that I would add this to my December daily. So that's what I'm designing right now. The background base pages is actually confetti. I did play around with a raindrop cut file, but I didn't like it as much as the confetti. It was too spaced out and it just wasn't as nice and didn't fill the page as nicely as the confetti did. So I used that and then totally ran with a rain theme. So I've got rain boots, I have umbrellas, rain cloud, and just totally ran with the rainy day theme for December. The next page that I'm working on is for day 22, and that is for the Star of Bethlehem that everybody has been talking about happening on December 21st, yesterday. Unfortunately for us, where we are, it was a cloudy evening, so we didn't get the chance to see the star, although it would have been really awesome. But I did take a screenshot of the messages floating around Facebook that it was going to be happening, and I decided that I would document that, especially since we had a night that was not conducive to getting to see the Star of Bethlehem. I have a couple of close-ups of my completed pages today for the scrapbook process. The pages that I am creating today are for, I believe, days 18 and day 19. So both these pages were actually fairly involved. There are a lot of close to my heart flip-flops in them. Day 18 had only one, but day 19 has two. So it's kind of like a cascade or a waterfall, but I'll show you that when we get there. Day 18 included a lot of journaling. I hadn't intended originally to include as much journaling as I did, but I made it work. I had a lot to say about this day in particular. And I included a little bit of backstory as well too, because a lot has changed for our family. We are looking at relocating in the new year, potentially in the spring, probably over the summer, because the company that my husband worked for closed down the office here in our town at COVID, and my husband was conditionally laid off when we entered our first lockdown, and then he was hired back a couple of months afterwards, and on the condition, not on the condition, but they asked if he would relocate when they hired him back on. And of course the answer was yes. So with that came some drastic changes for our family. We have always been an oil family, but my husband managed to make it home like most nights. Now he's on the road most days and we only see him a couple of days throughout the month, usually on the weekends. So that's a long-winded story to explain what day 18 was about. My husband was passing through town that night and needed some things to stock up on. So we met him for supper. We had supper sitting in my car, and then he continued on, and we continued on our merry way as well, waiting for him to come home. So now I think I'm working on day 19. And I made a few inserts to go inside the two flip-flaps that are part of this page. So the first one that I was working on was the cute little reindeer running through the woods. I thought it was so adorable. And I added a Make Merry title at the top of the page. I was talking with my daughter while I was scrapbooking this page, and I got distracted because I was talking with her. I actually wanted the confetti snowfall cut file that I'm working on right now to be the background for the reindeer, and then the striped background to be the backdrop for the ornaments. It both works. It's not a big deal in the end, but I was kind of disappointed that I mixed them up because they looked so darn cute the way they were on the computer. But that's okay. It's a happy mistake, I guess, because it still works out in the end. So I added a holiday cheer cut file title to the top portion of that insert. And I added some hand stitching as well. I just used a back stitch to create the thread or the strings that ornaments would usually hang from. And I just used like a neutral color of embroidery thread that I had in my stash. I just used a single strand that was folded in half to do my stitching. And to adhere it to the back of the page, I don't tie a knot in it. I use washi tape to secure it to the back of the page, and that works just fine to secure everything and hold it in place. So here I'm just adding my flip flaps. You can see that I added a bunch of stamping to the back of the base page as well. And here comes the second one. They're offset, so they are like a waterfall. And with that, this project is pretty well done. I shortened it quite a bit and cut out a lot of stuff because, like I said earlier, it was very involved and there was a lot of pieces to put together and a lot of things to figure out. But in the end, I am so happy with this project. I have a couple still shots and close-ups coming up, so I hope you stick around for that. And I hope you enjoyed this video as well. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and a like. And if you are new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss anything from me. I will be back again hopefully tomorrow with some more December daily inspo. See you later, guys. Bye.